Okay, so we're now at a stage where we have put the yeast into the wort, and that is now sitting nicely in the Speidel fermentation vessel. Now you might notice we've got some wires coming out. These are additional accessories we've purchased. There's the Young's heater belt at the bottom there, which is attached to a temperature control unit from Keg King, which we're going to review in a separate review. But essentially, yeah, this is the Speidel vessel. It's a very nicely built vessel again. Nice consideration with the handles there. That really does make lifting a lot more easier. That's why our temperature is so far off at the moment, by the way, in case you're wondering. We have just relocated this and the probe fell off, so it's just catching up a little bit. You notice at the top there, we've also got the airlock. We can pan up a little bit there. The airlock sitting on top there. That was bubbling vigorously earlier, so that's obviously working very nicely. And again, you've got a large diameter screw-on cap there, which makes cleaning so much easier as well. And down the bottom we've got the tap as well, so you can dispense straight from there should you wish just to go from the primary. So all in all, another nice bit of kit this from Speidel. We're going to catch up in a moment with an overall summary of the Braumeister 20 litres. We'll be right back. Okay, so key summary of the Braumeister. Well, generally very favourable. We are very impressed with this unit overall throughout the review process. Now, in terms of, we'll go through some pros and cons, but in terms of just overall, time saving is going to be the biggest feature of this device. Yes, it took us a while to do over the course of this review, but really we were just finding out some of the quirks with the unit itself and some of the various features on board. But now we're confident with that. Any future reviews, we know where to make efficiencies, we know where to make time savings now. So this is absolutely going to come into its own in terms of that. So, a few pros to go on. Well, obviously the design of the unit itself and the quality of the build are fantastic. The welds are really well done as well. That's all going to, obviously add to the longevity of the product, as well as reducing the risk of infecting your beer when you're coming down to pitching temperatures as well. So that was really good. Cleaning was a breeze compared to some units we've cleaned in the past. My goodness me. Yeah, quick run around with the hose pipe was easy enough to blast out all the interior bits and bobs there. And actually manipulating the unit to tip it out again was very straightforward. Of course, you've also got the tap at the bottom there. Okay, another thing which was really quite nice was the idea of being able to move the mash pipe up and to keep it above the unit there so it could drain freely. And yeah, you can do that for a pretty decent time, so you're going to get as much of that wort back into the unit as possible. Another feature we liked, which is an additional purchase, is the wort chiller. And we found that was actually very effective at dropping the temperatures down to pitching temperatures from boiling. For us it worked about 15 to 20 minutes. And that was really quite satisfactory. We didn't have to wait around for a whole day for that to happen, goodness me. So those are all really positive. In terms of things that could be improved, well, the user interface was iffy, a little bit hit and miss in places. It worked fine, but it was just a case of getting to grips with it. It wasn't that intuitive, to be honest, so we'd like to see some improvements perhaps in a future model around the user interface. However, the good thing was you could store some previous recipes you programmed in, and it was fairly straightforward in terms of manipulating the actual timings once you got to grips with the interface itself, so you could have your timings for your mash temperatures and your hop additions, etc. The tap we did mention in the review process as well could be improved. It's okay, it's a standard tap, but it just didn't pour very well for us. Perhaps some kind of hop filter built in would be useful as well, but those are really minor things overall. Again, I suppose a slight could be a frustration if you're brewing and this happens. The nut at the top here, which keeps the mash pipe in there, is quite likely to fall off at some point into your mash, which is just going to be very frustrating. So again, maybe just some kind of fixing on that just to keep it from doing so. But really minor things. Overall, we think this is an extremely impressive bit of kit. We're really excited to have reviewed it, so thank you very much to Braumeister, and we are looking forward to trying out the Grainfather in a future review just to see how the two compare. But thank you very much for watching. This is the Braumeister from Speidel.